Well, good morning. This is an NBC 10 coffee break. It's Tuesday morning. I'm Alison Bologna, and Gene Valicenti is joining me live from his home. He just got off the radio just a little while ago, and we're here to discuss some top stories of the day. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Alison. I have one
You
of my
home?
producers. I'm home. I have one of my producers with me here at home. Wants to say hello. Say hello, Jerry. Hello,
Why Jerry?
Jerry Mahoney. Yeah.
Oh, right, of course. A little spooky there, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, he is. Diane doesn't like him, but
I'm on Team Diane with that
I
one.
like him. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's your office, and you can do what you want, right?
I can. Yes, I have it all set up. My little man cave. I do the radio from here every morning.
I love it. You have it
Yeah.
downstairs. I have my cave, which is actually my attic upstairs. So
Yeah.
I get it. I love it. All right, let's talk about some top stories today. The national security breach raising some serious concerns, of course. Those text messages went directly to the editor of The Atlantic. What did you make of that? It was a wild story last night as it unfolded.
Well, it's embarrassing for President Trump because it appears that he found out about it by reporters asking him either at the beginning or the end of a cabinet meeting. So I'm not sure why Pete Hegseth and company and the rest of the cabinet members who were in on the call didn't brief the president. It's because he appeared to sound like he was getting the news from the reporters. He was saying, and what was it about? And what were they asking about? And then he defaulted into his old standard answer. By the way, Hegseth has learned fast too, because he was asked about this in Hawaii when he touched down, and he defaulted into a real politician's kind of an answer. Well,
he started attacking. He started attacking the editor from The Atlantic.
Right. He ended up saying no war plans were texted, but he didn't deny that the guy was accidentally added to the text, which is a security lapse. He's a reporter put on a supposedly secure conversation with cabinet members. Turns out it's an unclassified app that's used, and that may not have been the best.
A third-party app. A third-party app. At the same time, they're saying it was encrypted, but it was obviously not set up correctly.
They handed this one to the Democrats, and they're happy to rub their faces in it, including Jack Reed, even Hillary Clinton.
Of course. Oh, yes, Hillary Clinton. Yes. What did she say? You got to be kidding me.
Miss Secret Server herself said, "You got to be kidding me."
It was embarrassing for the country.
Yeah. Jack Reed ran after them, and it is what it is. Look, the mistake was made. The guy was included. He ran with the story. He's a reporter. And it sounded like they didn't even tell the president, so he was blindsided about it. So it's an embarrassment.
I would love to know what the president had to say to Hegseth after.
Right? I
would be in that room.
Yeah, that might have been on a secure channel.
Maybe.
I don't think that's going to leak.
I don't think that story is going to go away anytime soon either. So let's see. All right, we're following Karen Reed too. They're still trying to push this trial back. You don't talk about this a lot on the radio.
I don't. I'll be honest with you. From the beginning, I never saw the fascination with the case. That doesn't mean it's not a big story. It's a big tabloid shocker. I did watch the Netflix series on it.
You did? Okay. And there's another one on Max.
Yeah, I thought it was a little long, a little tedious. Now I'm curious to see the outcome of it. We haven't even started with the second trial, but no, I don't talk a lot about it. I don't talk a lot about it on the radio. I just don't see it as that big a story. But listen. We all have different opinions about stuff.
Yeah, they're trying to get it delayed. Obviously, they originally wanted it thrown out, but that's not going to happen. Yeah. So we're paying attention to that today. If it's delayed, it's delayed. Gosh, we have to live through it all over again, huh?
Yep. No. Second bite of the apple.
Right, exactly. I'm curious. Did you ever do that DNA testing? I've never done it. Specifically for this reason.
Yeah, I didn't. Diane did.
Which company did she use?
23andMe.
Oh, she did. Oh, there you are. Is she going to cancel it? I guess you can go in, you can ask them to delete it. I'm curious if do the kits come back to you? How do you know they're really destroyed? Where is she on that?
I'll have to ask her when I see her. I haven't seen her yet. She ran out to the gym. She runs out early to avoid me. But no, she did 23andMe. It came back just as she expected with her background and her DNA and this and that. There were no surprises. Although I must say, I do know people. I know two people now who were very surprised to find out that their father was not their father.
People you personally know?
People I personally know. I may get them to tell the story one day. I know one person who found out his father wasn't his father, and I know another woman who found out that her father wasn't her father. Her father was the doctor helping with in vitro fertilization in the early '60s. In New York, yeah, and he fathered many children.
Okay,
and that was a shock for them.
Sure,
me to find that out.
Well, they're filing. I was just going to say her whole life, right? Her identity
changed her whole ethnic identity.
Yeah, that's
She
amazing.
thought this turns out she wasn't. So maybe I'll get her to tell the story once.
Well,
But the
it's
company,
news
what?
now too because they're filing for bankruptcy, right? So now
Yeah,
what happens? How do you know if your personal information is secure? That's why I never did it. I just didn't want it floating out there.
yeah. I haven't been inclined to do it. I don't think I'll be surprised. I look
Same.
exactly like like my parents. My
I
kids
look
look exactly
exactly
like
like
me.
my sister who looks
So
like my parents. Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's any surprises I don't know about. Although there are two people I know who have quite the story to tell. Yeah.
I mean, it is interesting for sure,
Yep.
but
Yep.
yeah, the fact that they're filing for bank I thought these companies were doing well, so I was surprised by that, just the financial model behind them. I thought they were in demand, doing great, merging with other ones, and now we're finding out that this one at least is going broke. So, or
Yeah.
maybe it's just a restructuring at the same time, right? A lot of
But
bankruptcy cases are that.
yeah, bundle of money for advertising.
For
I mean,
sure.
they're
Yes,
advertised all over the place. So
absolutely.
yeah,
Apex. Did you do a drive-by?
I haven't, but I should, right?
You
Because
should. I
you
think you
saw
should.
the pyramid is coming down. The Great Pyramid of
Yes.
Pawtucket is
The
coming
Great
down.
Pyramid of I was coming home from Vermont on Sunday and I saw this great drone video. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's
Yeah,
actually happening. So yes, they removed the panels and now the only thing that's left really is the framing, but all of
yes,
that's coming down. Of course, as we know, Pawtucket is trying to keep Hasbro there in that
yeah,
spot. Most likely not going to happen. So it's going to have to turn over into some sort of revitalization project for the waterfront there. That's what they're banking on anyway. With the Riverwalk opening up. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's right there as you're going 95 north,
yeah.
95 south. The big pyramid is no more. I mean,
That's
that's a
what
big Rhode Island story.
that's what we're all banking on because there's a lot of
Right.
state taxpayer money invested in that
Yes, of
site,
course.
and across town where the Great Coliseum is also coming
McCoy's coming
down.
down
So
very soon. Yes.
right. So in Pawtucket, we have pyramids and coliseums are coming down, or old
Okay.
department stores and stadiums.
That too.
But in about a month or two, we're all going to be talking about the opening of the new soccer stadium across
May
town.
3rd.
So that'll be some good news for
Yes,
Pawtucket.
and I think I'm going to be anchoring from the field at
Oh, good.
Tidewater. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. That's what we're working on right now with our new executive producer. So that would be the Friday morning before the first game, which is May 3rd. I did do a tour of Tidewater. I mean,
Yeah.
look, Pawtucket officials there are going to say they need to win. It's one of the biggest cities in Rhode Island. You can see it from the highway. Their first game, I'm told, is already sold out. The boxes, all the corporate boxes are sold out. So yes, it's controversial. A lot of money for sure that went into it from taxpayer dollars, especially after the Paw Sox going.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, it's happening. It's
Yeah.
happening. I think most people are hoping it becomes a win if all that money's already spent at this point. We'll see.
I was pretty critical of it on the radio early on.
Mhm.
Remember the governor had to be the tie-breaking vote. The Economic Development
Right.
Commission wouldn't give him the money.
Right.
So he was the tie-breaking vote. He's pushing it. He wants it. Everybody was critical of it. Is it the right expenditure of taxpayer money? How popular is soccer? Are you going to fill the
Right,
stadium?
especially after the
And on
Paw
and on.
Sox left. Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what
So-
happens. But it's opening.
Yeah.
So-
So the governor wants me to go and sit next to him for the opening game.
Oh, are you going to go?
Which I will, and I'll pay for my own ticket. How's that?
Well, that's the right thing to do as a journalist.
Yeah,
Yes,
I will,
absolutely.
yeah.
Okay. I might be there too, paying for my own ticket as well. Yeah, I'll let you know. Maybe I'll do some radio hits with you if I'm live on the field that day.
Well, maybe I'll.
If you want me.
Maybe I'll.
Oh,
go
let's
that
do it
morning.
together.
Maybe I'll do the radio show from the
Okay.
stadium that morning. That'd be good.
That'd be fun. We can try
That'd
out
be
the
fun.
food too. I want to try
Yeah.
out the food. Oh,
Yeah.
here's Courtney from the United Way. Hi, Courtney. We're live. It's nice to see you. She came in for Studio 10. Okay, let's also talk about feedback.
You got anybody from Crossroads coming in, Alison?
I did not see that today. Okay, yes, but I heard you on the radio this morning. You were fired up.
Well, the Crossroads, the homeless advocacy agency, spent close to $700,000 on exterior architectural
right?
lighting,
Yeah.
which some people are questioning: is that a good expenditure? Shouldn't that money have been spent on the homeless, even if it was private grant and not taxpayer money spent? And State Senator Lou Raptakis is interested in opening an oversight investigation. He wants to know exactly who paid for that. Crossroads says it's private grant money, but nonetheless, we shovel millions at Crossroads. And I think we have a right to say, is this the best you could do? Architectural lighting, a blue
Are
band?
they arguing it was about neighborhood revitalization or something like that?
They're saying it was architectural lighting, exterior lighting, the blue band.
I mean, it's impressive when you see it.
Sconces, and it's part of a reimagining that particular neighborhood or that street. So
So
you
it's
you'll need quite the imagination for that.
Yeah,
project.
and then the question is, could that money been better spent on actual social
Absolutely.
services, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
It's a homeless agency. You got 700,000. I assume you would
And
spend
the
it
idea
on
is we
food.
want to move people out and help them become more independent. So yeah, social services, wraparound services, right?
Food, clothing, whatever it is, not architectural lighting. So that
Okay.
was that's the story
Big
that's
story.
lighting us up.
Well, that's going to keep going through the week too. And then
Yeah.
PPAC, did you see Hamilton?
I did. I saw it in. I saw it in I saw it in New York. I liked it. I'm not raving about it because you know what? Half of it I couldn't understand. The rap is so fast you can't really follow the dialogue. That's been the rap on that.
I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius. I loved it. I saw it at PPAC. I'm glad that PPAC gets so many off-Broadway shows so quickly. That's a benefit of being only 4 hours from New York City. So that's great. They're going to actually, in the next 15 minutes or so, they're going to announce their new lineup for the next year. What's the last show you saw?
Oh, what was the last? Boy, you caught me now.
I can't. Hamilton for me. Actually, no, it was the best of awards with you.
I was there for the best of Rhode Island. I saw Leno there. You're right.
Yes.
But that was a benefit that you and I. Oh no, he played there. I did see Jay Leno there, and I saw Tony Bennett there a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
And I used to be a subscriber.
Okay.
But I'm not a subscriber anymore. Hamilton is very good. It's great. Go see it. But I will tell you, I'm not the first one to complain that I couldn't follow the dialogue. At least I know the script. I know the basic outline of the revolution, and I also know that the duel where Hamilton was shot is right around the corner from where I grew up in Weehawken, New Jersey. So that is very near and dear to me. That my hometown is famous for murder.
Oh gosh, that's unfortunate.
Hamilton, right? Yeah.
Right. Can you imagine if they taught history like that in high school? I think the kids would pick up on it at that point.
I think it'd be more compelling. You're right.
So guess what? We're out of time.
All right.
Me, dangerous. We can just go on and on and on. I got to message Diane because we have to put a dinner date on the schedule. But you, my father, and Chef Terranova, we're all going to dinner, I think, or lunch, I should say. I think end of the month. So I'll remind you on that date. We've missed him. He's not here. He's usually here on a Tuesday cooking. So I don't smell anything. I think he's in, guess what? Florida.
He spends a lot of time in Florida. He loves his daughters. He loves Disney. He loves Disney and Epcot and everything.
Yeah. So he's great. So, all right, Gene, I'll check in with you later.
I'll talk to you. Good first outing. Thanks.
Ciao for now, as they say, right? All right. Bye.